Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm Marlin.
And today we're going to be reacting to a really old review by Count Jackula. For those who don't know, he still does a few occasional vlog reviews, but back in the day he was a pretty active horror reviewer. This review is from 2014, from the October season. It's for the 2007 anthology horror film Trick or Treat. No O, just an R. It's a pretty good review, and I think you'll enjoy it. He has a bit of an edge.
Hello, Count Jackula. I hope you're dying your fucking sleep.
Hey, Count. You coming to the Halloween party this year?
I don't know. I might just be passing out candy this year. I mean, I didn't really have time to think of a costume.
Oh, you won't need a costume.
Well, that's true, but, I don't know. Matt Slasher's been bragging all week about this amazing costume he's got. They'll never recognize me in this outfit. I don't know if I want to be shown up.
Well, we don't have to go to the party. We can just have a little party all by ourselves. I still have that robot monster costume.
And the billion bubble machine?
Let me recalculate. Your pleasure will be indescribable.
Love Halloween!
I love this little intro. Return of the Living Dead, baby.
Trick or treat, okay.
Halloween is one of the best holidays ever. You dress up as a creature from your own id and then demand candy from strangers. It's like the opposite of being a fucking child molester. You know, in one of those billion-to-one coincidences, Planet Dracula actually celebrates Halloween almost the same way that Earth does. But like with the Royale with cheese, it's got the little differences.
Yeah, he's an alien
See,
vampire.
in addition to the pumpkin carving and trick-or-treating, we also gather all the Draculons into the gladiatorial pleasure pits and murder fuck each other. Porn for the porn god! Don't worry, everyone has to sign a consent form. Otherwise it'd be rape. Of course, regenerative powers do make a difference. Almost went all the way to the national thing, too. Well, enough about my old sports career. I'm all healed up, so let's talk about the movie. Trick or Treat was the brainchild of Michael Dougherty, the co-writer of X2, and was produced by Bryan Singer, also of X-Men movie fame. The film is inspired by Dougherty's short animated film Trick or Treat, Season's Greetings, and was intended for a 2007 theatrical release. But for reasons we'll probably never understand, the movie was pulled from theaters just weeks before its intended release. That might have been the last we ever saw of Trick or Treat. Except 2 years later, it was unceremoniously released on DVD. So get your costume on and keep that jack-o'-lantern lit, because we're about to watch Trick or Treat. Oh shit, did I put the right movie in? Do we have a substitute teacher today? Am I wearing pants? No, I'm not!
Little crack going there.
During the spookiest time of the year, there are a few guidelines all ghosts and goblins should follow.
All right, class. Now that we've gone over all that, I want to go over a few other Halloween tips. One, always wear rubber gloves because, you know, you're going to be throwing eggs all night. You don't want that all over your hands because it's nasty and no fun. Also, when you TP, remember to unroll it a little bit and grab it by this hand. So when you throw it, you get that nice unrolling action because that's exactly what you want. Oh, yes, Danielle.
Can we become possessed by the murderous spirit of our uncle and kill our families?
Only if you don't go back on it at the beginning of the next movie.
Aw, man.
Never go to a stranger's house, and never go out alone.
So basically, don't trick-or-treat ever. Don't worry, kids. I'll handle this.
Teacher, they're trying to make us watch Season of the Witch again.
I'm on it.
Hey, that's a good film.
So the movie opens up proper in this little quaint suburban neighborhood. That fucking close, dude. That close. You could have had 20 points. Anyway, these two are obviously coming back from a Halloween party where obviously one of them did not have a good time. So she wants to take the decorations down early. And no one ever does that for Christmas.
Henry, it's Halloween, not hunger.
Oh, it isn't my family. Muzzle chaw! You realize that's pork, right? Aww, I'm a failure at everything I do.
Supporting character he also plays.
Go inside, put on the tape.
Ah, well, maybe I was being a little too harsh on her. I mean, she's not so bad.
They hate Halloween.
Stuff her in the fucking fridge! You got no mommy, kid. That one was fucking defective. You know what? I'm gonna get you a new mommy, and it's gonna be Danielle Harris. Because if it's good enough for the Hatchet franchise, it's good enough for this family. Oh, there's where I put my dead wife. Now, while I really like this movie, one of the things I don't think quite fits is the comic-style credit sequences at the beginning and end. I mean, I get what they were going for. They're going for that Creepshow vibe, but that movie is a direct homage to Tales from the Crypt and other horror comics from the 50s. And other than these segments, Trick or Treat has nothing to do with comics. Yeah, here, let me show you what I mean. In Creepshow, the whole rapping story is about a kid whose dad throws away his comics and... Hey, wait a minute. That's Tom Atkins again. Tom Atkins is in 2 movies that start with shots of jack-o'-lanterns? Okay, fuck it. Let's move on. Oh, by the way, Danny Elfman wants his choir back. Pick up your damn candy bag, you fat sack of pumpkin crap. Have some pride. One of the interesting things about Trick or Treat is that it's an anthology film, but rather than being 4 discrete stories, like in Creepshow or Tales from the Dark Side, in Trick or Treat, the stories are all interwoven into a non-linear timeline, making it a horror-based sibling to Pulp Fiction. Nope, no gag there. That's actually what the movie is.
Pretty good
The first
description.
major story is about a group of girls getting dressed for a Halloween party. Hey, kid, you know, maybe you shouldn't... who am I kidding? Being mad at you, kid? That'd be like being mad at myself. Go ahead and get an eyeful, kid. And just in case you're wondering, no. You never get tired of seeing that.
Ladies, there are children out there.
Way to blow my cover, Mom. Jeez. The older girls get their costumes ready and are raring to go. But one of them has their little sister with them, and she's a bit less precocious than
Anna
the
Paquin.
You going to Suki Stackhouse? Okay.
23330D.
Well, that's being a little generous, don't you think? Fuck this. Fuck that. Fuck those.
It's the kid from Bad Santa. Horror guru.
Hello. Dude, your little brother's an asshole. Dude, I'm right over here. Change the subject. So the kid starts taking candy from this one house as the owner catches him stealing more than his fair share. And we get a little soliloquy about Halloween.
All these traditions, jack-o'-lanterns, putting on costumes, handing out treats, they were started to protect us, but nowadays, no one really cares. Okay? But wait, that's right, there's another tradition. Always check your candy.
Poisoned.
Having poisoned the fat kid, he drags him into the house, but is interrupted by trick-or-treaters. And it's here that we get our first glimpse of the movie's iconic character, Sam, named after Sam Hain.
You mean Samhain?
Why no, later on in the movie, I don't mean that. I mean Sam Hain. Samhain is...
Also known as All Hallows Eve, also known as Halloween. Predating Christianity, the Celtic holiday was celebrated on a one night between autumn and winter when the barrier between the living and the dead was thinnest, and often involved rituals that included human sacrifice.
No, I ain't talking about that! Back in the 18th century, there was a critical misunderstanding of Celtic texts describing the Feast of Samhain. They assumed that because it was called the Feast of Samhain, that the words Samhain referred to a god. And due to the nature of the festival, they further assumed that he was a god of the dead. That's not really what it meant. In truth, there is an obscure Celtic hero named Samhain who had a magical cow. But the character of Samhain isn't really a god. It's a little more akin to the Jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern's all over the place, but it's not supposed to be the image of a god. It's just something from a story about a guy with a bad fate. The mispronunciation is also from this mistake, because the Gallic tongue is a motherfucker, and that shit haunts us to this day. Allow me to demonstrate.
Hello?
Celtics.
Oh, Celtics, you idiot!
So in honor of that classic little translation fuck-up, our guy here is named Sam, after Sam Hain. And I think he's got that jump scare cat in that bag. Dude eventually takes the body of the fat kid out back, where he's interrupted by his neighbor, and then by his kid.
Go watch Charlie Brown, and I'll be in a minute.
Charlie Brown's an asshole!
Charlie Brown ain't an asshole. I'll Google it, I'll prove it to you. Okay. Prove to you, Charlie Brown's no asshole. Charlie Brown, voice actor Peter Robinson, to 1 year jail. Gets sent to drug facility for stalking, threatening ex-girlfriend. And a refund on a breast implant surgery. Okay, maybe the kid's on something after all. The next story involves a group of kids searching for jack-o'-lanterns.
Want a drink or something?
We are no secret. Sure.
Yeah.
Something I like about this lady. As our kids continue their search, they come across this house.
This is weird.
I think you mean the best house on the left. The home belongs to this little witch girl named Rhonda, and it's clear that homeboy here is just sweet-talking her because our group of trick-or-treaters have some kind of trick in store for her. Let's take a minute to check out the other Halloween festivities.
Great fun festival.
This is going kinda hot. Wait. Oh, god damn it!
Hello?
Dad, what are you doing in this movie?
I like blood and pussy too, son.
Yeah, well, that's clearly not Mom, so what the fuck?
Oh, sometimes she likes it when I bring someone home to share.
Not hearing this. Anyway, back to the kids. They take Rhonda to a gorge and tell her a spooky tale of how a school bus filled with mentally disturbed kids were drowned here by their bus driver 30 years ago. And now, they're going to go down to the gorge and leave 8 jack-o'-lanterns, one for each of the kids that died. Which brings up an important question. Do retarded ghosts count? I mean, really? Can they? I mean, I don't know. Could they count when they were alive? I have no idea. Alright, let's see what Suki Steakhouse is doing. Oh, I see she's learning the secret techniques of going from the hot chick to the 2 a.m. girl. Man, this is kind of depressing. Let's get back to the kids. The first 3 kids use the elevator to go into the gorge, and Rhonda and Pirate Kid take the elevator next. While they head down, spooky things are happening. Rhonda, being braver than you'd expect, goes to investigate.
Okay, stay here. Don't let the candles go out and we'll protect you, okay?
Oh no, a jack-o'-lantern's gonna protect you if it's a slasher kid. Let's find out.
Oh, pumpkins, my one weakness!
Oh shit! Fucking really? No! That's the plot here. Yeah, the kids are playing a prank. But the legend is real, and the zombie kids come to kill the nasty pranksters. Oh, you fooling movie!
This movie had
See, you wonder
guts.
possessed by the ghost of Ray
Killing
Charles
kids.
saw that one coming. But what I didn't expect was how Rhonda just fucking leaps them to their fate. Man, girl,
That's what you
you're
get.
cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Meanwhile, we go back to Lori, all alone and without a date. Well, yeah, I know how that is.
Let me recalculate.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sucks for you, Little Red Riding Rogue. Anyway, back to the movie. So Lori, I might be a little late to the party on this, but I only just now realized that she's named after Laurie Strode from Halloween. Is being stalked by... God damn it! God damn it, Dad. You know we don't have to do this shit anymore, right? I mean, if there's one good thing that came out of them Twilight movies, it's the fact that all you gotta do is tell the ladies you're a vampire, and they will fucking crack their hips open spreading for you. Damn it, Dad, you are embarrassing me so bad right now. How the fuck do you get beaten by a little...
Oh.
Oh! They're werewolf girls. God damn it, Dad, are you chasing werewolf girls too now? My thing!
What can I say, son? Smell like Harry Pussy.
Dad, bad news, but the 70s are over, okay? Long over.
Not according to your mother, son.
Oh! I am not hearing this!
Even
One of the
gorehounds
things
have their
I really
limits.
like about this reveal of the werewolf girls is the fact that they have been throwing it in your face the whole time.
I don't know why we drove out here when there are perfectly good guys in the city. Fresh meat. I ate some bad Mexican. Yeah. And this sailor is a girl. So what? She had a nice ass. All tastes the same to me. Open up. No. Open the door or we'll huff and we'll huff.
Mom always said she was the runt of the litter.
There's also this little tip-off here that connects the werewolf girls to the Catwoman from earlier. So when she says, "Watch out for monsters," she actually fucking means it. Our final tale takes us back to the beginning of the
Brian
movie.
Cox.
And features fake vampire's neighbor, Mr. Krieg, and little Sam proper. Krieg obviously doesn't like giving candy to trick-or-treaters. His TV also shows animated versions
So
of the
why have
previous
candy?
story. Wish my TV did that. All mine does is show reruns of Supernatural. Every night, I see you. And I want you inside me. At this point, we're let in on the fact that we're pretty much back at the beginning of the movie. Krieg returns to his house, not noticing that little Sam has gotten inside. And as he hunts him down to repel the invader, he's subjected to prank after cruel, painful prank. Until finally... Oh my god! That is adorable! Oh my god, he's even full of pumpkin goo! By now, we've gotten the first few rules of Halloween down. 1. Don't blow out a jack-o'-lantern before the night is over. 2. Always check your treats. But as little Sam enters the house with Mr. Krieg hunting him, we get to the final and most important unspoken rule of Halloween. Not so much a rule as a question. What's it gonna be? Trick or treat?
Saved by chocolate. Both creepy, but a little cute.
And having gotten his sugary sacrifice, Sam returns to the Halloween night to make sure the rules are followed elsewhere. And as we look into Krieg's fireplace, we see that he was the bus driver from the girl's story. And while he does learn to give out treats, there are those spirits on Halloween night for whom that's just not enough.
Trick or treat.
If you couldn't tell, I really love this this movie. It's a tale of the horror harvest holiday, told only the way a person who truly loves it can. Here, Halloween isn't misunderstood, isn't innocent, and isn't, pardon the expression, sugar-coated. It's cruel, twisted, and invites you to be monstrous. But it also reminds you that there are rules to follow. A trick is good, but only against those that ignore the rules. The creatures of the night invite you to frolic, but we play rough. Life and death dance with each other in an endless cycle. And here, the dance is at its visceral peak, showing that we are all monsters under the skin. Child or grown-up, hunter or hunted, angel or witch. Woe be unto them that break the unspoken rules of Halloween. Oh yeah, that reminds me of something I gotta do.
You know, like this.
What are you doing here? Will you runner-up on your top 11 new Halloween classics?
I Spit on Your Grave, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Hatchet, Reanimator, The Woman, and on the top I think that's The Return of the Living Dead.
Self-explanatory.
Good horror setup. DVDs, skull, candles, brickish looking wall. Looks cool and a little ominous. Planet Dracula Productions.
Is that his logo account?
I believe so. So, that was Count Jackula's 2014 review of Trick or Treat. What did you think of it?
I liked his enthusiasm. He loves the movie. You can tell that he really loves the movie. And there was a lot of inserts of creativity, some grossness, and all that other kind of thing, which I think he enjoyed doing a lot.
He can be a little vulgar, but if it's your taste, I think you'll enjoy it.
And he can be more than a little vulgar. And if you like that, then that's there for you too. He was engaged with this, and that was fun. It was fun.
He was a really good reviewer. He doesn't, as I said, do scripted reviews as far as I know anymore. The last one he did, I can't remember exactly, might have been the past year, but he hasn't been a regular, like this type of show. He hasn't done this type of thing regularly for a few years now. The closest he does to reviews these days is occasionally he'll do a vlog review of a movie he just saw in the theater. Sometimes with his best friend and roommate, the horror guru. He mostly does live streams now. And his live stream is called, last I checked, the Satanic live stream. Because he's a Satanist. And he used to call it Satanic Sunday at one point. And I used to watch a little bit of that, but wasn't really my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly them talking about various topics and him really hamming up the Satanist persona. And sometimes it was a little unfocused, but his classic reviews, even though he hasn't made with them in a while, I still enjoy going back to them. They're a lot of fun, and this isn't the first review of his I ever saw.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was his Targets review. But because it's October, I thought this would be more fitting to react to.
More fitting, definitely more fitting. The horror is your genre, not particularly mine.
If it's good, you like it.
If it's good. I couldn't tell from this that it was going to be good. It seemed to be very disjointed, but it's an anthology production, so I'm not sure what he could have shown. Didn't make me particularly want to see the movie, but
Maybe I'll talk you into seeing it at one point.
maybe not.
I've talked him into seeing a lot of horror movies, even though he's not really a horror guy.
Yeah.
I think you liked Creepshow when we watched it.
Yes, actually, that ended up being a lot of fun. I did like Brian Cox's "I'm Not Dead" coming to
Yeah.
the fact that
Yeah.
he got saved by a chocolate bar.
That was funny while still maintaining the creepy vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And the Sam character from Trick or Treat, he is, once you get to that part, he is genuinely scary, and the part where he munches on the bar, deciding it's enough to let him live, I repeat, it's both scary, but the way he's chewing the bar, the noises he makes, showing that he enjoys it, it kind of seems a little cute. I don't know, maybe that's just me.
I think it's just you.
And I forget his name exactly, but the teacher who poisons the fat kid from Bad Santa, and then becomes mauled by the werewolf chicks. That guy's been in a lot of stuff. He's a lot of fun. And as I pointed out before we started this video, he was the snorting redneck in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
That guy?
Yeah.
Wow, what a difference in characters. This way, he played what I would call the traditional office dad. Home. Yeah.
Well, it's been 20 years. He's obviously aged a bit.
Yeah, but wow.
Yeah. And also in the review, he has, of course, his obligatory cameo from the Horror Guru.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, him and Jack Shen, who's Count Jackula, and the Horror Guru, they're roommates, best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And they appear frequently in each other's stuff. The most prominent is when they do a vlog together, but when one of them does a scripted review, there's always usually a cameo. And they were asked if they'd ever do like a full-on crossover in scripted form, and they were like, I think, there's no real point because we're always in each other's videos.
Got that, yeah. It makes sense.
And like I said, Jack can get a bit edgy, and that's something I always liked about him. I'm not sure if he does it as much anymore, but like at the beginning where he's stuffing the razor blades in the candy bars, like, damn. And I like a guy who's not afraid to show a little skin, as we saw in that Gladiator skit. And lastly, I guess, what did you think of that surprise appearance at the end by the Nostalgia Critic?
I thought that was a surprise. Didn't see that coming. And he went and attacked him in Chicago in his office.
Via green screen. This is 2014. At the time, Jack had just become a member of Channel Awesome, and Doug that month had done a list of what he considered the new Halloween classics. So, yeah, only a runner-up?
Yes. It was a pretty effective scream he gave, too.
And like I said, Jack hasn't really done reviews regularly for a few years now. He kind of stopped after he left Channel Awesome in early 2017. But once again, like Spoonie, he doesn't do this that often anymore. Not sure he will, but he's very talented. He's well-read. He's funny. He can do a lot with what little he has in terms of production, set design. He's really great at that, and occasionally, once again, Satanist, he would put on face paint, black and white face paint, and he would play this alternate version of Count Jackula called Satanic Jackula. And he'd speak in this gravelly, raspy type voice, and he even did a full review once as that character for the endorsed by the Church of Satan movie The Devil's Reign with William Shatner. It was really funny, and I own this by saying the masked slasher character with the mask.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Erod did with El Lover, Fedora Freddy, and Nerdlinger. Masked Slasher is a supporting character he also plays, and he does a pretty good job. I mean, yeah, it's obviously him, but he makes it funny with the voice.
Yeah, I'm glad you gave me the backstory on that because I was not aware of all that kind of thing.
Yeah, he just has his normal get-up, and he goes, "Good costume, they'll never guess it's me." And, jack-o'-lanterns, no!
Yeah, but he was obviously into this, and I liked the enthusiasm he brought, and there was a lot of a good sense of humor mixed in with all the other things too. So it was watchable at least from that point of view.
Very fun. I like the movie, and glad you enjoyed the review part.
I did.
And happy October, everybody. There'll be a few more reactions along the way.